So in this video, I'm just gonna open up this other brand new AXA HR bottle dynamo because I just want to check the solder joints, because that other one that I had bad solder joints from the factory. So even though this one has like continuity and it works, I think that I mean, just in case, I want to check the solder joints, because if they're cold, like, they could potentially fail in the middle of a ride if they're not like proper solder joints. So I'm just checking it out. And that particular blade that I'm using has like a broken tip and it's kind of dull, so I end up replacing it. So I'm just gonna let the whole, like, this opening play out. So I saw out the blade, so I'm gonna see what I'm saying. Just okay. Gotta be careful. Very, very slowly and gently. Okay, looks like it's good. It's going through. Okay. There's like a hard spot here, but it popped through there. Okay. Right here, a little bit in there too. Let me see if I can just. I want to get to the pry bar, my flat screwdriver. Okay. So I'm basically just opening this up because I want to install this on another bike, and I want to make sure that the solder joints are okay. Even though this one has continuity, I just want to make sure like the solder joints are okay, because even if it has continuity and the solder joints are bad, they could like go bad in the middle of like a ride or something. But I just want to check that they look okay. And I mean, I guess it looks like it's fused to the copper, and I guess that's the important thing. But it does look kind of like a little bit like, I guess they could say, cold or something on this side. I think if I use my 60-watt iron, I wouldn't be able to make it better. But I don't know. I think the older one that I have, I think, had better looking solder joints. But I mean, these are definitely functioning, so I'll probably just leave it the way it is. Yep. So after doing a visual inspection of the solder joints, I did sort of a mechanical check by using a like a flathead screwdriver, by pushing and prying against them, just to make sure they wouldn't come loose or anything like that. So after inspecting the solder joints, I decided to basically reassemble it, glue the dynamo back together. But first I did like a quick little experiment to see if this plastic would melt from acetone, because I thought maybe I could use the acetone as like sort of to glue it back together. But I don't know, I'm guessing this is not ABS plastic, because I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't have much experience with that, but it seems like this plastic didn't really melt with the acetone, so I'm guessing it's some different kind of material. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting ready to glue the dynamo back together. The first thing that I do here is a dry fit, just to make sure that the two halves kind of interface with each other properly, so that everything is aligned and all that. Because if these two halves are not properly aligned, what could happen is you could get extra friction in the bearings, because the center of the coil makes up like part of the bearing for the rotating assembly. So that's just something to take note of. So just make sure that the two halves, interface properly with each other, so that when they glue together, everything will be aligned properly. Let's put this here properly. hold it like this for like about a minute or so. So in regards to like using super glue on plastics, in my past experiences, like super glue didn't work too well on plastics in general, but when it comes to these particular dynamos, the super glue seems to work quite well, because this is the second one I'm putting together with super glue and it seems to work quite well. So I've been pretty surprised with that. So after holding it together for about 2 minutes, I do a little spin test on that roller just to make sure it spins freely and that there is no like alignment issue, and also pry up on the base with the screwdriver very lightly just to make sure that there is an initial bond there. I mean, it could take about 24 hours supposedly for this glue to cure fully, but there should still be a bond there within 2 minutes or so. So in conclusion, going back to the solder joints themselves, I'm not sure like what to say about the solder joint. Like, it looks different from the solder joints on the older dynamo. Like on the one on the right seems like it's more thoroughly flowed and stuff, whereas the one on the left and the new dynamo looks more blobby. I'm not sure what the term for that is. I called it a cold joint, but that might not be the correct term. It might be that it just has too much solder on it, and it looks like part of it is not entirely fused to the copper. Even though the two joints, they look quite different, I can't say that I know what a solder joint should look like in this case. Maybe there's people who have like more expertise and experience who could say more about that, like what it should look like and stuff. But maybe both of these joints, even though they look different, maybe they're both okay. But on the other hand, like after doing the tests and inspections on it, I think the solder joints will hold and they're okay. But comparing it to the solder joint in the other new dynamo that I opened up in the previous video, you know, where the solder joint was open circuit and the dynamo wasn't working, these two solder joints kind of look more similar to each other rather than similar to the older dynamo. So I'm guessing, I mean, they both look kind of more blobby and all. So I'm guessing maybe they just changed something with the way they're soldering these joints at the factory or something. Thank you for watching.